So the reason why I decided to share this is because I feel like most people talk about how they pass this so exam, how they pass Microsoft exams, but I've not really seen anybody share how they failed the exam and passed. So I Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Yanu Samson and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. So in this video, I want to share with you how I passed my SC-401, which is the Microsoft Certified Information Security Administrator Associate Examination. I passed this exam on my third attempt within the space of 7 days. Why am I doing my hand like this? Okay. Within the space of 7 days, I passed this exam. Now, mind you, I had three vouchers that I got from the Microsoft AI skill, right? I got one for myself, then I collected the remaining two vouchers from my friends. So that made it three vouchers that I had. I took my very first attempt. I took my very first exam 14th of June, hoping I was going to pass, right? And the second attempt was 18th of June, and the last attempt was 21st of June. Mind you that these vouchers were going to expire 21st of June, and I was adamant on the fact that I must pass this exam. Do you understand? So let me let me just give you like a very short, tiny short story of what happened, like my first attempt, my second attempt, and then the very last attempt that I passed, right? So my first attempt was 14th of June. My exam was for 2 p.m. However, I went very late. I went extremely late. That was like 30 minutes after the exam had started. Whenever I want to take my exam, I go to the test center. So I'd call them to explain to them that I am currently stuck in traffic. It was raining and I would be coming late. So they had left my profile, right? They did not log me out, or they didn't mark me absent. Do you get? So when I got to the test center, you know, I was prepared to take the exam. The exam is for 140 minutes, right? So I don't know if the minutes that I had come late was deducted, but I had 55 questions. And while I was still on my 55 questions, I mean, there was a notification of 5 minutes. You know how you get 5 minutes notification of your exam about to end, blah, 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 blah. I saw the 5 minutes notification and I'm like, oh. So I don't even know if there's a live lab task waiting for me or not. However, my very first attempt, I did not see or even do anything that had to do with live lab task. And I'm also guessing I did not probably carefully read the instruction. I didn't. I'm certain, because I mean, if I had read the instruction very well, I would have seen if there was a live lab task or things like that. So after the exam, I got my results 688 out of 1000, and 700 is the pass mark, which means I failed, right? So it was so painful because I was very, very close to the pass mark. I'm like, no, I'm coming back here to take the exam. And there's this new rule that you can like take the exam after 24 hours. However, I waited, like, okay, let me just brush through some of the domains that I did not finish while I was going through the Microsoft Learn. I took a break on Sunday. Then Monday, Tuesday, I tried going back to Microsoft Learn for those ones that I had not brushed on. So I registered for the second attempt. So now my second attempt was on a Wednesday. I didn't want what happened the very first time to repeat itself. So I had like gone earlier than my exam time. So I got there, took the exam, same 55 questions. However, this time there was a live lab task. And I'm like, what? I was so shocked. Not like I was shocked. I knew I knew it was 55 questions, and I knew there were like 9 questions, 9 or 12 questions waiting for me after the objective questions, which, is full of case studies. So I had wasted so much time on these 55 questions, hoping that the remaining 9 to 12 questions was going to be like same case study, and to be a very fast thing for me to do. I finished the 55 questions and then moved on to the live tab, and I was out of time. I said I had 20 minutes left. And now take note, this live lab task thing had to deal with network. The network was very poor, and anyways, I was able to log in. After logging in, then I checked all the questions, and like, there was no much details on these questions. I'm like, give me more details. Let me know what I'm doing. There wasn't much details, but long story short, I was able to do just one of the life tasks, which was creating a retention label. I had done that, and while I was going to the next one, time out again. However, this time I didn't get my results immediately. Do you get? So I had met with the reception, and she said that they were going to send my results to my mail. I'm like, when did Microsoft start that one? The last associate exam I wrote, I got my results immediately, but there was no life lab task, right? So I'm like, okay. I went home. I knew I was not going to pass, because I mean, how can I miss a whole 12 questions and expect me to pass? How? I came home hoping to pass anyways. And I saw my results 655, which had gone lower compared to my first attempt. I was hoping it would like maybe increase, maybe 619, 690 something. Do you get? But I mean, that happened, and that was it. Then I'm like, I got tired. Now remember that I had three vouchers, so I had one left, and I was so tired. I'm like, whatever happens, happens. I'm not taking this exam again. But when I was talking to my friend, she said, just do it, just do it. So I registered for the next attempt, and shockingly, there was no space at the test center that I always use. So I had to go to a further location or further from where I am. So I went to Yaba to take the exam. When I got to Yaba, if you're not from Nigeria, this might sound so cliche. So I went to Yaba to take the exam, and I passed. But what has shocked me more is my third attempt, there was no live lab task again. And the second attempt, I had a life lab task. Now there's no life lab study. There was a case study for me, and that's how Microsoft does it previously. There's always the case study first before you get into the objective questions. You get. I don't know why they made the life lab the last part. They should have made it the first part, so that people can stay focused and then do what they have to do, and then know that okay, they have objectives left, and if they see that okay, yeah, I have like 5 minutes left, I can easily just do A, B, C, and then we move. When life lab task is not programmed that way, you really have to do it. So I did a third attempt, and then I passed, and I got my results immediately. I had a score of 754. I was so happy. I was super excited. I was so happy that I took the exam, obviously. The main reason why I'm making this video in the very first place is to share with you the resources that I used after my first attempt and after my second attempt that made me pass on my third attempt. So after going through the Microsoft Learn, please go through everything from the beginning to the end. Just go through everything on Microsoft Learn. After going through everything on Microsoft Learn, if possible, you can watch YouTube videos. It helps a whole different topics. So each topic, I copied it, pasted it on my and search icon, and it brought out videos related to the topic, and I watched all the videos. So I did that for literally everything within the space of I had my second attempt Wednesday, then Thursday, Friday. That was what I was doing. So while I was also speaking to a friend of mine, he shared me. While I was going through that PDF, I saw the questions that I had seated for my second attempt in that PDF. I'm like, oh wow! If I had seen this PDF before my second attempt, maybe I would have passed on my second attempt. So if you want me to share the PDF with you, you can send me an email. I'll leave my email address in the description box or the comment section. You can send me an email. I would forward the PDF exam dumps to you. Another thing that I did, YouTube videos on SC-401 DOMs. However, is a paid membership. You have to pay in order to get access to the DOMs. But the DOMs was not complete. It had like 177 questions. The PDF also had 121 questions. So some of the questions in the PDF are on the YouTube video. I'm gonna leave the link to the channel also in the. So after I had gone through those two, it really helped me, and I think that was what added to the fact that I passed mine on my third attempt. Those three things that I mentioned. Microsoft Learn, just make sure you read everything. Please read everything. Everything you need to know is on Microsoft Learn. I'm beating my chest to it. Everything you need to know is on Microsoft Learn. Then watch videos, then just do DOMs. Do a lot of DOMs. To get, if I had done different DOMs in my first attempt, maybe I would have passed. So that is how I passed my exam on my third attempt. I think we've come to the end of today's video, and I hope you guys subscribe to this channel. Give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, share to your friends, whoever you think is taking Microsoft exam, just share to them. This method literally works for all Microsoft exams. It doesn't necessarily have to be for this particular exam that I wrote. It literally works for all the exams. Do you understand? So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.